A scientist who inspires me is Barbara McClintock. Barbara McClintock was born in 1902 in Hartford, Connecticut. She grew up with relatives in Brooklyn, New York because her parents were financially unstable with 4 children. She attended high school in Brooklyn and graduated early in 1919. She wanted to continue her education further because of her love for science. However, her mother was against this decision, as she held the common belief at the time that attending college would hinder a woman's chances for marriage. Luckily, McClintock's father intervened and allowed her to apply. Even with her lack of financial stability and parental support, she enrolled and continued her education at Cornell University. She studied botany and received her Bachelor of Science in 1923. She began to grow an interest in genetics and soon got invited to participate at the graduate's genetics course. During this time, women could not major in genetics, so she earned her Master's of Science degree in botany instead. Her research allowed her to excel in her field, which was rare for women at the time. During graduate school, McClintock and a small group of researchers began their research on hybrid corn cytogenetics, the study of chromosomes and their behavior during cell division. She continued her study in cytogenetics after earning her degree. Amidst the financial hardships of the Great Depression, she had to get a stable job as an assistant professor at the University of Missouri in 1936. She began to study the mosaic patterns of corn, and through observations, she said that these differences could not all be mutations, which was the genetic theory held before. This led to her main field of study. During her research as a corn geneticist, she bred maize and studied the differences in their color pattern. In the late 1920s, she uncovered how genes and chromosomes could move during the breeding of maize, showing that genetic recombination between 2 parents includes the physical swapping of chromosomal segments. Before this, recombination of traits have only been hypothesized and was not proven. During the 1940s and 1950s, McClintock discovered that certain genes were responsible of turning on and off physical characteristics. This discovery led to the explanation of suppression and expression of genetic information from one generation to the next. Many people were skeptical of her work, believing this occurrence was only in maize and no other organisms, which discouraged her from publishing her theories on genetic transposition until other researchers have confirmed her results. She stopped trying to convince others, but did not lose the drive to research. She continued her work on genetic theories until finally, in the mid-1960s, other scientists had made the same conclusion within their work, validating and giving her credit for her work that was originally disregarded. Barbara McClintock has received many awards for her work and contribution in genetics. In 1983, more than 30 years after she made her genetic discoveries, McClintock received a Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for her research on genetic transposition. She was the first woman to receive an unshared Nobel Prize. She was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame in 1986, and her work is still relevant today, and genetic transposition is still used in many fields of biology. As a woman who is planning on pursuing a STEM career, McClintock and her persistence and passion in the field of science is a big inspiration for me. Thank you.